Ultrapro here again. So I'm delving into my dark and mysterious past with my games here now. You're probably all gonna stare in, mortified horror to see what's going to be on my channel, because I know that most of you know fairly well that I absolutely despise, or I used to absolutely despise, the PlayStation. In particular, PlayStation 1 and 2, and just in general what happened around the time of the end of the Saturn and the start of the Dreamcast. Obviously, myself being a massive Sega crazy fanboy, for a long time I blamed what happened to the Saturn and then the Dreamcast on PlayStation, and although most of it is the fault of the PlayStation in terms of its popularity, I mean, it's basically the public that decides. I've reconciled myself with all that shit in the past, basically, but those of you who know me quite well, you know how much I hate the PlayStation, and you know how much I despise Sony. So it may shock some of you to know that in 98 or 99, my brother and I conspired to get a PlayStation. At the time, it was kind of shared ownership with that we had with like the Jaguar and the Mega Drive and the Master System and all of that sort of stuff. The only things that were mine were my Game Gear, my Lynx, and my Sega Saturn. The rest of it was all sort of shared. We didn't really, we had kind of shared it and whatnot, so it wasn't really clear. I mean, my brother bought the Jaguar. We ended up basically part exchanging all of that in computer exchange for a PlayStation 1. The original big grey tablet looking thing, fucking ugly piece of shit. And there were some good games on it, there was Final Fantasy, Metal Gear, Driver, Ghost in the Shell, Wild 9, I don't know, Oddworld, there was some good games on it. I enjoyed some of the stuff on it. I never really got heavily into it. Basically, the PlayStation was a stopgap for me. When I got the Saturn in May '98, it became fairly obvious fairly quickly that the Saturn was done and dusted, dead in the water. So in sort of early '99, my brother and I were playing games and whatnot, and we both kind of eventually came to the decision that we wanted to get a PlayStation. Tekken 2, FIFA, WWE, SmackDown, and all that sort of shit. We got one. I can't remember what happened. I'd like my brother to maybe chime in here and help me remember what happened, because I can't remember if we got one and it was ours, or if we got one and it was his, and then I ended up getting my own later on. I really can't remember, but I know for a fact that we both eventually had a PlayStation 1. Or it's possible that I gave it to him. I can't fucking remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Bottom line is, I had a lot of games on the PlayStation 1 that I really liked. Like, as I said, Ghost in the Shell, Final Fantasy 8, Evil Zone, Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha, Typhoon. This is about the absolute original Armored Core. From Software, brilliant video game company. Released a shitload of these now. We're up to like Armored Core 5, but each time they do one, there's like a side mission or whatever. So there was Armored Core Project Phantasm or something like that. Then there was Armored Core 2. Then there was Armored Core 2 Another Age. There was Armored Core 3. There was Armored Core 4. Armored Core For Answer. Armored Core 5 is just out now. I've got that on the Xbox 360. And there've been other ones. There was Armored Core Murakumo Millennium or something like that, which was a cut down shitty game on the Xbox. And there was the fantastic Frame Grind on the Dreamcast. But all of those aside, this is the original. The graphics aren't exactly that great anymore, but they still look alright to me, 32-bit, 1997 or 8? 97. And yeah, it was one of those games that it was amazing. You could do a mission, you could save and load, you could, you played missions and you made money, you moved up the ranks, you challenged other players, other ravens, as you would call them. And yeah, you just kind of, I'd never seen anything like it before. I mean, I'd seen some good games on the Saturn, but this was, one of the first games where it was mission-based, it was action, shooting, modern, futuristic, and, it took full use of things like the memory card and stuff like that, and it was amazing. It was mind-bogglingly good. And, yeah, I'm going to show you some of this now. I'll show you some more footage, probably talk about it some more. But to be honest, I've already said as much as I need to really say about it, so I'll just show you some footage. I'll mix it up a little bit, and hopefully you guys will come to see why I love this game so much, and why, if you've got a PlayStation, you should love it too.
System engaged.
This is the guard. We've cornered the enemy as expected. We'll leave the rest up to you.
Target achieved.
Is there to say about Armored Core? I'm not going to babble on about it for too long. It's obviously mission based, sci-fi, you know, mech fighting game, but it was more a mech sim. It was the first mech simulation because you bought your mech You know, you were a mech driver, just like a car driver. You buy the car, you buy the parts, you upgrade it, you do missions, you do races, you do whatever. And it was just the first true mech warrior simulating game, and it was just phenomenally good. And my brother and I played a demo of it. We first got the PlayStation, we played a demo of it, and eventually we both decided that we wanted to buy it, and I'm pretty sure that Ed bought it, and somehow I ended up having it. I don't remember exactly what happened, as I said before. I can't remember what happened with Ed and I and the PlayStation. The Jaguar and everything was his. I think the Mega Drive and the Master System were technically mine, so I think we either all put it together, or he got one with his selling his. I think actually what happened was he bought one with his money, because he'd started working in '99 already. He'd already started working like 3 years before, and I hadn't. I'd only just started working 98, 99, and he was always tempting me into getting things. And he tempted me into getting the PlayStation. I really liked the Armored Core demo, and yeah, he tempted me into getting it. He basically was the little devil on my shoulder saying, "Sell the Jaguar, sell the Mega Drive, sell the Master System. You don't play them anymore. You don't want them anymore. You want the PlayStation, new, modern, you know." And I ended up doing it. And to be fair, I did horribly regret it, because I missed my Mega Drive, I missed my Master System, I missed the Jaguar. Bought all of them back eventually, but yeah, that was one of the very few things that I regret from my young life, was actually caving in and selling those and buying the PlayStation. I did enjoy having the PlayStation, but couldn't compare to the fun I had with the Mega Drive, Mega CD, Master System, Jaguar. Anyway, Ed, if you're watching, Armored Core, still one of my favourite games. Love it. I've just been playing it for 20 minutes and I'd forgotten how fucking brilliant it is. Even just for a PlayStation 1 game, it's still incredibly playable. The controls, it works so well, and they haven't been able to replicate the amazing quality of the original. Yeah, so please check this game out. Buy it for your PlayStation 1. There are only so many games on the PlayStation 1 that are true gems, and this is definitely one of them. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the footage. Check out other videos coming to my channel soon. Otherwise, I shall see you soon.
Target achieved. Main system engaging combat mode.
The truck's load is poison gas. Avoid hitting gas canisters if you find them.
Enemy reinforcements approaching. 2 of the same type. Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode. Main system engaging combat mode.
The battle seems hard fought. We will now engage in support fire. Stay safe for a while.
Target of operation cleared. System switched to normal mode.